did get the So I'm going to give you a quick lowdown on the modified pedal that I made for the 350 to work with the aftermarket throttle cable. So this is what I got. There's part number right there. So if anybody is trying to swap from drive-by-wire to drive-by cable, this is the way I did it. So this is essentially just a aftermarket throttle cable made by Low Car. It's 36 inches, so has a adjustable ferrule on the end that you can adjust with a little set screw, and then it has the actual throttle set up on the front over here. Now what I did with the 350 pedal is I ground down the stock setup where it would normally go to incorporate Low Car. I've marked off because I want to drill a hole through here and run some safety wire, keep this from working itself out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You just gotta grind down the stock location, and this will slide right on there. And you can use this with your factory or with drive-by cable. The only though, you do have to push the pedal forward some, which is an easy setup. Basically, all I did was I took the factory bracket, I took the factory bushing out, and took the factory bushing out, ground down the tabs, so this will basically just slide. Kind of hard to do with one hand, sorry. So this will basically slide right in there and lock down using the back mount. Essentially, to sit flush like it normally does, it needs to actually sit back some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these two holes out. What I did was take off the existing bracket that was here that I forget what it bolted to, but the factory bracket that was originally here, I took that out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill these two spot welds out, and I need to space this back some because the setup, it's going to be it's going to sit too far forward on this. So the pedal is going to be pushed too far forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a thicker piece of metal instead of trying to weld a super thick, like 1/4 inch piece of metal to the super thin, probably 18 gauge metal. I'm just going to drill out the two holes, cut my piece up here to space it out, and then I'm just going to bolt it on. And that'll help me as well because then I can use the bolts to space the pedal out as well. I can extend the bolts if I need to push the pedal forward some, and that'll be basically my pedal rest. Whereas normally it would just sit up against the bracket, which I can't have. The other issue I came across, which I've corrected, is pushing the pedal forward so much. When you push the pedal forward, obviously the pedal sits down some more. So really you only have like a 1/4 throttle response. There is a factory bracket on the back of here that sticks out probably about this far, and you only get about a 1/4 of the pedal depression until you hit that bracket on the firewall, or the trans tunnel firewall, whatever. So I've cut that bracket off so it allows me more pedal sweep. So yeah, that's essentially it. That's all you really have to do. Just grind that down right there. I took that back bracket off, and then you just grind that down so you can run the aftermarket Low Car accelerator cable or throttle cable. So super easy, super simple setup. Anybody could do it. Basically going from drive-by-wire like the 350 normally is to drive-by cable. I just don't want the drive-by-wire setup. I I'm not a fan of drive-by-wire. I know you can tweak it, you can tune it, it's just a latency issue, and trying to wire everything in, it's just more of a headache. It's easier just to do drive-by cable. That way, if you have any throttle issues, you know exactly where you need to start diagnosing. You don't have to start digging into wiring and figuring out if something is grounded or is shorted or something in your throttle wiring itself. So it's just simplicity. Keep it simple. That's what I'm trying to do. So, but yeah, here's a quick setup on doing a 350Z aftermarket throttle cable on a LS setup. So, peace.
Well, beloved dub dub.
Keep breathing. Look at me. Look at me. Don't fall asleep.
At least we're real, Jerry. We're real.
He's looking a lot better. He told me to tell you he's sorry you didn't have bad memories of him. If you love him, you should leave him.
Good music comes from people who are relaxed. Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat. Oh man,
The history of Rick's gun and help you get back to him.
Third person, you always stick up for Rick, but he doesn't care about anyone but himself.
He has the power to save or destroy entire worlds. How often do you think you might look up at the stars and wonder what might have been had you just put your faith in Rick?
So many possibilities. My mind is racing.
Morty!
Rick, where are you?
On my workbench, Morty. Flip the pickle over. I turned myself into a pickle, Morty! I'm Pickle Rick!
halfway decent.